Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us for our Tuesday night episode of Unscripted, the sports podcast. We're brought to you by BS3 Radio with Spreaker and Northeast Streaming Sports. And if you're watching us on Facebook, make sure you like and share and comment. We still have our jersey giveaway contest going on right now. So the one person who likes, shares, and comments the most out of all of our viewers will get a free jersey of their choosing the first week of April. Make sure you're watching us on YouTube. Find us under Unscripted with any of the guys' names, and you can find our Unscripted shows plus all the other things that they're up to. We're also on iHeartRadio and iTunes. We're on live Tuesday, Thursday evenings, 9 Eastern time, and Saturdays at noon. And I guess, let's see, I'm your moderator tonight, Melanie. And our analysts tonight are Logan Landers.
What's going on, everybody? First show of the week. We got a lot going on tonight. I'm ready for it.
Jay McLevin.
What's up, Ace Town? Let's get this party cracking.
And the famous Big Shaw.
What's up, everybody?
All right, guys, let's get started with our topics here. First up, is Wayne Gretzky number one of all time? Shaw, you want to start us out with that one?
I sure will. I think he is. Man, I haven't watched hockey in a long time, but I know the name. He is. Some people may think he's not, but I think he is. I think he is the greatest of all time. You know, he was very good. He seemed like he's a very nice man to be around. You know, you can just tell by his character, by the way he carries himself. Never heard nothing bad about him at all. I don't think I have. Have you, Jay? Have you heard anything bad about Wayne Gretzky? I never heard anything bad about him.
I never heard anything bad about him. No, not at all.
You know, he was one of the greatest hockey players to ever do it. I thought Alex, I can't think of his name. He played for Pittsburgh. It started with an O. I'm not good with last name.
Ovechkin?
Yeah. I thought
he plays for the Capitals.
He played for the Capitals now?
Yeah, he been there. He played with the Capitals out there in Washington.
I thought he played for Pittsburgh. Are we talking about the same one?
No, I think you might be talking about like Sidney Crosby or somebody.
Yeah, Sidney Crosby. I thought yeah, that's my guy. I like Sidney Crosby. They tell you I don't know about hockey as much, but I know the names. But I thought that guy would be the next Wayne Gretzky. I really did. I thought he'd be the next guy. So, but yes, he is the greatest hockey player of all time. But again, some may not say he is. Some may say it's somebody else. But I think it's Mr. Wayne Gretzky.
That's a good one. That's a good one, Shaw.
All right, Logan, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm kind of in Shaw's boat here. I'm not the biggest hockey fanatic. We're always like to learn here on the show. But when you associate hockey, who do you immediately go to? Wayne Gretzky. That's who you always go with. Now, if you're more of a historian, you might go with like a Bobby Orr. You might go with other great guys of the past, some Mario Lemieux, et cetera, et cetera. But that's who I think, if you can think of who is the best of all time, if you can just associate a sport with that name. Wayne Gretzky, everyone knows he's a hockey player. That's what everybody knows him as. Oh, yeah. That's how he is, man. So I'm with you in agreement on this. I do think that, Gretzky is the greatest of all time, in my opinion, in the National Hockey League. I'm sure, he's a fanatic scorer, has a lot of points, a lot of assists. This guy did it all in the rink, and man, that's who a lot of guys look up to be. That's who you aspire to be. All the young guys out there playing in the NHL and trying to get their shot, man. That's really good, and he's honestly in a class of his own. He helped bring hockey more. It's got more of a hardcore fan base, right? But he kind of brought it more of a mainstream thing. It was more cool. It's like, if you can have someone that can attract an audience with the way of their play like he did, that's kind of like Michael Jordan. You went to watch a basketball game because you knew Michael Jordan was in it. Mm-hmm. And that's what Wayne Gretzky did in hockey. He just was that good. And, honestly, he was a really good player. And he's also in my books as the #1 hockey player of all time.
All right, Jay. Wayne Gretzky?
Yeah, I like Wayne Gretzky. Don't get me wrong. I think the guy, he obviously is a very prolific scorer, probably one of the highest scorers that the game of hockey has ever had. But I don't think he's absolutely the #1 guy for me. #1 guy for me is the Gordie Howe. I think Gordie Howe for me is #1. Like I said, Gretzky was a great scorer, but Gordie Howe had longevity. He played 32 seasons with the Detroit Red Wings. He played with both of his sons. I mean, the guy came in around the 60s, and I think he got out of it around like the 80s. Like I said, he's got MVP awards and titles, and he got 4 championships. But he came up with the Gordie Howe hat trick, where you got a steal, assist, and 1 fight in the game. So he came up with the Gordie Howe hat trick. I think Gordie Howe, in my opinion, is probably my favorite hockey player to date. But Wayne Gretzky obviously was the best scorer to date. I don't know if he's necessarily the best. I still kind of think Gordie Howe had a little bit of an edge on him, and the fact that his willingness to dominate on an opponent makes him better than Gretzky. Gretzky was a great opponent, but I think Gordie Howe was basically an annihilator and wanted to put you into oblivion.
That's a fair point. I mean, that is a fair point, man. Gretzky was a hell of a hockey player, and he would just go after anybody and everybody. I never got to see Gordie Howe play, but I do know, honestly, if you can play that long in the NHL, which is one of the most physically demanding sports.
It is.
And plus, let's not forget, back then they played without helmets too. So this man was going at it just like we would be, just head exposed with a hockey puck going at you at 100 miles an hour. He was fearless. So, definitely both those guys are. It's like you could debate all the time between all the sports with a bunch of guys. It's like you can always throw those two in there for who is really the greatest. You're going to get the different answers. 1 out of every 3 times or something like that. So,
yeah, I would definitely say something along those lines for sure.
Mm-hmm. All right, Mel.
All right, guys. Who is the most infamous draft bust ever in the NBA? Shaw, I know you got something to say about that one.
Oh, man. It's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of them.
Name one now.
I'm trying to think of his name. Matter of fact, he got drafted before, I think, Iverson. He went to Detroit. If I can think of his name, he went before a lot of big stars, and he got to him, man, he bust. He was horrible. If I can think of his name, it's on my tongue, but I'm drinking alcohol, so man, if I can think of his name, he got a weird last name. If I can,
was it Darko Milicic?
Yes, I think that's
Milicic. I think it's Darko.
That was before LeBron and stuff and Carmelo.
I know it was one of them players. They said he was going to be so well. He was going to be so good. He got drafted before all those other guys. And man, when he got into the NBA, he crashed and burned.
Mm-hmm.
He crashed and burned. I can give you another one, just one more for right now. Crummy Brown. He was a bum. He was Andrew Bynum. He was another bum. Right now, I know I'm getting it what I said, but right now, I'm gonna say this name, R.J. Barrett. He's playing not to go bust right now for New York. So he was under Zion Williamson and Duke. So he is playing not to go for a bust, but he's halfway there. But
that's a lot of good names.
All right, Logan, what do you think? The most infamous draft bust?
It's a lot.
Well, Shaw, you brought up a lot of good ones there, man, with the Darkos and the Kwame Browns.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I'm going to go with more of a recent pick in the past couple of years, and that's just because really this guy's highlight was getting drafted and he didn't do nothing. and that is Mr. Anthony Bennett, back when he was drafted from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Back number 1 overall pick, 2013, and this man sucked. He started in 4 games his whole career. He only played in 151 games, basically all of them are off the bench, and he's already out of the NBA. His last season was 2016 and 17 when he was only 23. So he came in the league at 20, and he was gone at 23. That's horrible for a number 1 pick. He averaged 4 points a game. 4.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
Just, God, that sucks.
Yeah.
He had 2 rebounds a game. He's a big guy. He's 6'8".
And he didn't do nothing.
And he did nothing. He went to the Cavaliers for 1 season. He sucked there. So then he went over to Minnesota. He didn't do nothing there either. Then he tried his hand with both Toronto and Brooklyn. And nothing. Nothing. 4 teams in 4 years for the number 1 overall pick. What is he up to now? Is he in the G League? Is he bagging groceries? Like, what is this guy up to? Jesus. But, yeah, definitely for me in terms of more recently, and he's got to rank up there in terms of all time.
Yeah, he's
my pick is Anthony Bennett just because he sucked.
Yeah, he did. He sucked big time. He was horrible.
That's my pick.
Horrible.
All right, Jay, what do you think?
Yeah, so most likely he's bagging groceries or doing something very mediocre in the private sector. He's not in the basketball league anymore. He did, after his career was over with, he did bounce around in the G League. So he was in the G League. But after the G League was done for, he pretty much vanquished into nothingness. Now, here's the deal. So he got drafted to Cleveland, and he was supposed to team up with Andrew Wiggins and Braun and all them and do great things. And they brought Braun in, and I think they said, oh, you know what? We don't need Andrew Wiggins, and we don't need Bennett. We'll trade both of those guys in for Kevin Love because we don't believe in Wiggins. We don't believe in Bennett. Now, Wiggins, out of the two, Wiggins has gone on with Golden State and has found a home, and Wiggins is settling in, and he is starting to develop his career. Yeah. On the flip side, Bennett just basically was traded down and never saw the light of day. And like both of you guys said, averaged about 4 points and was just shit from here to there. And basically, he was out of the league after about 1 year with Cleveland, a few years with a few other sporadic teams, about a few months with the G League, and his career was done, game over. And for a number 1 pick to be that high. Oh, by the way, may I say, what makes it so bad, not to rub salt into wounds, but what makes it so bad is this is the same year that Giannis Antetokounmpo, whatever his name is, he was drafted. So that means basically that Cleveland had the opportunity to draft Giannis and did not draft Giannis and drafted Anthony Bennett and basically bypassed on that. So not to add salt to injury, but you took Bennett over Giannis, and as you can see where Giannis is now and where Anthony Bennett was, and you can see how bad it looks upon them.
Yeah, and I know some people would say Greg Oden's a bust. I have to say no. He was just injured. He was injured a lot. I wouldn't say he was a bust.
That's true. He was hurt coming in.
Actually, injured. Man,
well, that's what it was, though. Injuries, but he was a bust, but not because of his own choosing.
No,
right. Yeah,
he couldn't stay on the court, Jay. That was a bust. He couldn't stay on the court.
It was a bust due to injury. I mean,
it was injuries. That was it. But that's why nobody say he's a bust, because we knew he was injured. But he did. You know, when he was healthy, he did play good. But he was just.
I know. I still consider him a bust in terms of like drafting that position.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw one more name out there just because it probably is one of the more infamous ones. And that is from the Portland Trail Blazers, Sam Bowie. We all know who was drafted right after him. The GOAT, Michael Jordan. So he's definitely up there too in terms of infamous.
It actually went Akeem Olajuwon to Houston at the number 1. Number 2, I believe, was Sam Bowie. And number 3, I believe, was Jordan.
Yep, that was it.
Yeah.
2 Hall of Famers and someone who just Couldn't get big expectations. He couldn't do it.
You're going to have a bus in each class.
You really could, honestly.
Well,
that's an episode we can do. We'll do that. We'll do that one day. How about that?
All right, guys, you ready to move on?
Idea.
Yeah, let's do it, Mel. What's our next topic for tonight?
Which college basketball team to look out for in the NCAA tournament? What do you think, Shaw?
Gonzaga. Nobody gonna beat them. I've seen them play. Just throw in the towel. Just throw in the white flag. Because Gonzaga gonna beat you up and down the court. Them boys can play. Ain't nobody gonna beat them. I'm going to limb. I'm gonna say it. Nobody gonna beat them. Nobody. Them boys, they will beat you up and down the court. I had to watch the game for myself. I wanted to see what was going on. I wanted to see what the uproar about. Kansas, they going home. Virginia, they going home. Staying clear of Gonzaga. If you got Gonzaga or whatever they name on your schedule, go ahead and throw in the white towel. Can't nobody beat them. I'm sorry. Ain't nobody gonna beat them boys. They hungry, they good, they fast, and they can play. They gonna take the whole thing. Mark my words. Gonzaga.
Okay.
All right, Logan.
Yeah, that's a good pick there, Shaw, with Gonzaga. The Bulldogs, they've been good the last couple of seasons, honestly. They're always a threat in these playoffs, man, in the March Madness. But first off, I'm just so happy it's back this year. We missed it last year with all the COVID stuff, but it's back finally. So everyone sit back and enjoy the big tournament. It's coming up soon. But if I had to pick a team, just one that I've been watching here recently, they've had a few games on some bigger networks that I've got a little bit of exposure to, is I got the Iowa Hawkeyes right now. They're the number 5 seed, and they've got the leading scorer in NCAA right now with Luka Garza, who's looking pretty good, like a top pick in the next draft. So it's hard to stop them, man. They've lost a couple games. They're not unblemished. They got a few losses on their record. They lost to Gonzaga earlier in the year, Shaw, but they only lost by 10, so they didn't get trounced too bad.
They're gonna get beat again.
Then they lost to where's it at here? They lost to Michigan a while ago, but they lost by a few points there. But they just got done in the last couple of games. They beat number 4 Ohio State, and they just got done beating Wisconsin the other day. So they've got a pretty good momentum wave going, and they've got the number 1 leading scorer. And it's kind of weird, though, honestly, because he's more of a post player for a big man, which is shocking to see nowadays. It's a nice change. But, so, yeah, that's a team that I got going into the March Madness who I think need to be looking out for is the Iowa Hawkeyes.
All right, Jay.
Yeah, so I like the Iowa Hawkeyes. I think that's a good pick. My personal pick, honestly, and I don't think it's just because I'm from Texas and I'm kind of somewhat biased to schools out of Texas, but I do believe strongly that Baylor at 18-1 overall, 10-1 in the Big 12. I think they're the best team to beat with Scott Drew at the helm, putting this squad together. They're fast, they're athletic, they're guard heavy, and they are experienced. I really believe A&M is a team to look out for. If you look at Butler and Mitchell, these guys are ones to beat. Butler and Mitchell, I really believe are going to be the ones that have the hot hands. I think Gonzaga, they were supposed to have a meeting with Gonzaga, I believe back in December, if memory serves correctly, but it got canceled, obviously due to COVID. But I think the Gonzaga and Baylor game is one to look out for. And I think eventually, they're going to meet. Hopefully, they'll meet in the playoffs with Baylor coming out on top. But the thing about Baylor is that they keep coming after you. They don't have a will to quit. The more defensive side of the ball, they're very good. They're number 3 defense, number 3 offense. So they're pretty ranked on both sides of the ball evenly. And I just think they leave it, that they keep their poise. They don't get rocked too easily. And they lead the nation in outside scoring. And I think Baylor is going to be that team that's going to come out of the sleeper picks and is going to snap off the bigger seeds out there. Look out for Baylor.
Jay, you watch Gonzaga play? You watch Gonzaga play, Jay?
I know Gonzaga's playing well.
Gonzaga going to run Baylor out the gym.
You know what? And it's easy to say that until they play them. I mean, it's
March is different, Sean. March is different.
No, I'm telling you. I seen Baylor play. I watched Baylor play. Baylor is not going to be able to keep up with Gonzaga. When Gonzaga keep going, when they going, Baylor is not going to be able to keep up. Baylor, I'm telling you.
I really think that game is going to come down to. I think that game is going to come down to who can dictate the tempo. Now, Gonzaga may want to run up and down, but if Baylor can slow it down and if Baylor can control that tempo, that Baylor does have a really good shot at it. To say that Gonzaga is just going to come in and whoop ass,
they will.
They're probably going to come in and play them hard, but don't expect Baylor to just lay down and watch things happen. Their guards are too savvy for that, and I think that Scott Helm is too savvy for that. So don't be surprised if Baylor gives them more of a competition than what you think.
That's not going to happen.
Okay.
I've seen Gonzaga play for the last few years. When everybody said Gonzaga was crap, I say,
they've been saying that about Baylor too, man. Baylor's been fighting back and back and back.
When they play Baylor, or if they play Baylor, I don't know.
Eventually they'll meet up. Eventually, I do believe at some point Baylor and Gonzaga will meet up. I don't think
know. Baylor will lose to Gonzaga. They got sharpshooters everywhere. And Gonzaga will run them boys up and down the court and run them out of the gym. Baylor cannot handle it.
I guess we're going to have to wait and see when they play, to be honest with you.
We don't know if they're going to play.
Yes, sir. You're looking forward to it. I know that.
I know I am. Shoot.
I've
been waiting for this one. And I was really upset when that game got canceled because I knew that was going to be the game of all of college basketball leading to March Madness. That was going to be the number one game, and I was so pissed when COVID-19 took that game away from the both of them.
Well, COVID-19 came and it saved Baylor basketball the embarrassment of getting beat.
Right.
Gonzaga gonna handle them boys, and I will say this in the SEC. I will say this: nobody talking about LSU, Arkansas, Alabama. Man, them some bad boys. Them some bad boys in the SEC.
That's true.
Alabama, LSU, and Arkansas. Hey, them boys.
They got some talent now. Don't sleep on them.
I ain't sleeping on them.
Oh, I know you ain't. There's a lot of people out there because people don't remember. People don't think Alabama's that good of a program, but they're like, they're in the top 10.
Hey, if you don't mind, I want to do a little trivia. Hey, Shaw, I got a question for you, and I want you to tell me A or B. Gonzaga is located in which state? A, Texas. B, Washington. Washington State, that B. Which state is it in?
What was the first one?
It's either A in Texas or B in Washington State. Where is Gonzaga located?
Well, Jay, it's not in Texas.
It's not in Texas?
No,
so you got
not in Texas, Jay.
So what state is Gonzaga located in?
I guess whatever the one you said.
You don't know shit. You don't know shit about Gonzaga.
Jay, but hold on, Jay. They don't got nothing to do with watching basketball.
That was just me checking your history to see if you know where Gonzaga was located.
Jay, it don't matter. Gonzaga's still gonna beat Baylor.
Yeah, Gonzaga's in Washington State. Good job. Good job.
Jay, Gonzaga is gonna beat Baylor.
Okay. I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to that. I personally don't think that's
when they beat him, don't call my phone saying I was right. Don't call my phone. You was right.
So for the other know, George May is a Michigan Wolverines fan, so he's all about Michigan.
I don't want to talk about Michigan.
Our boy Frankie, what's up, Frankie?
I like what.
I'm about to say, Sean, you're a Cowboys fan now.
That's right. He's a Cowboys fan now.
No, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I said that
we got proof on your Facebook.
Because Jerry Jones is stupid. Jerry Jones is one of the most stupidest owners I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, we'll get to that in just a sec. Now, hold on. We got to pause there, Shaw. Let's. All right, Melanie. What is our next topic? You muted up, Mel.
Oh, can't hear.
We can't hear you.
The jersey giveaway. That's our next topic.
Woo!
So, as a big thank you to all of our viewers that always like and share and comment, we are giving you a reward for that because we hit 1,000 on Facebook last month. So, the whole month of March, as many comment, like, and share our show as much as you can, and whoever does the most we are going to give you a good jersey, a nice one. Logan, you want to talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, so we're not sparing any pennies here. We are doing this as a thank you to all of our amazing fans who've been tuning in, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on our YouTube page, or whether it's listening to our podcast with our guys at BS3 Radio. Man, we appreciate each and every one of y'all for even tuning in. But, hey, we're helping y'all out a little bit. All you got to do is leave a comment, leave as many as you want even per show, like Frankie Cruz, like some of the other fellows just did. Just leave a like, and most importantly, you got to share. And I don't mean share it to your Facebook group. I mean you got to share to all the Facebook groups you in. If you're in a college basketball Facebook group, share it. If you're in a hockey group, you better share it there too. Because you know why? Your rank is just going to go up and up and up. And you will be in the lead to get you a jersey courtesy of all of us here at Unscripted. And Jay, I'm going to let you tell me a little bit more about the quality, because I know you've purchased a couple of these jerseys before, and they are nice. So tell the fans what they
like I said, man, it's about as close to being the original jersey as you can get. They're hand-stitched. They got the names on the back. They got the whatever team name on the front. Obviously, you can get home or away. It doesn't matter, man. It can be soccer, baseball, basketball, football, whatever jersey you want, man. I'll get you the legitimate jersey. It's an official jersey. It's that $150 one you see in the stores. It's gonna be nice. I promise you. I'm not giving away no bullshit on Unscripted. We do quality and high, because we high class people. So if we choose you in the week of April as having the most persons comment and share, you're gonna get that fucking jersey. I promise you.
There you go. That's how we do
it. There we go. Frankie says he's already won.
Hey, keep it up, Frankie, and you will. I'm just saying, Frankie's got a little bit of a lead on some of the people out there, so y'all better catch up.
Here we go.
Frankie. So
he's already put in his order.
There you go. Getting a Dak Prescott jersey.
Hey, guys. If he wants Dak Prescott, that's fine. I personally thought he would want like a New England Patriot, but if you want Dak Prescott, I'll certainly send that son of a bitch to you.
All right, guys, moving on. Les Miles firing. Big Shaw, what do we got on that one?
Oh, man. Les Miles. Man. I think everybody should have been fired. Even the one that LSU, the athletic director, not the main one, not the top dog, but the top dog wanted to fire him. But the other one said no. So they should have been fired. But I ain't heard of them getting fired yet. But Les Miles got fired. So my thing is the NCAA should step in and say, well, why nobody said nothing? Why nobody did anything? So they did it. They did it in Baylor. They see what happened to Baylor with Art Browse. He never coached again. He coached what? Division III football. Then after that, he would never heard from him again. And that's what happened to Les Miles. Les Miles will never coach again in college football. That's what I got to say about it. And I'm glad he got fired. Because they got to start holding these people accountable. Just like in Penn State, and all over the country. These people do not get held accountable. And I've said it again, it's going to be hard to get a job for Les Miles. So I don't think he's going to be able to coach again. That's just me. Things happen, just not at LSU, but in, other schools, the coaches, they do crazy stuff. Mississippi State, that was stupid too. That was crazy too. The coach got fired there. He ain't never coached again. So same for Les Miles. But I really do think the NCAA need to get in there and clean house and start holding these guys accountable. When you mess up, stop putting stuff under the rug, because they will come back and get you. And Les Miles thought he got away. No, the thing is, the girl waited too long. Maybe she was scared. We don't know. But I bet you they got more stuff coming out. I'm just saying, it's just me. I don't think Les Miles to coach again.
All right, Logan, what do you think?
We called it, guys. We called it. On our last show on Saturday, we said, we'll see how long he lasts. We were surprised he made it through the weekend. Well, here we are on Tuesday, and he's gone. Yeah, I'm with you, Shaw. He's out of there. He deserved to get fired. If he stayed on at Kansas, then that program was going to be obliterated from every news outlet, every media member that covers sports, all the local Kansas newspapers and whatnot. They were going to get blasted to eternity. And like I said, it's not even like this guy had a great winning record. It's not like the Kansas Jayhawks were fighting the world. They were the number 1 seed. They were losing record on this guy for 3 seasons. He absolutely sucked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see him ever getting a head coaching job, at least in Division I. I could definitely see, unfortunately, I think that a smaller school, might just take a chance on him. I hope not, but we've seen stuff like that in the past, though. We've seen crappy guys, like whether it be executives or coaches who've done horrible things that we all think they should never have another job, let alone in their game that they play, go to smaller schools. So, I think it was the correct decision, of course, to obviously fire him for all the allegations that he had against him. It was just way too much. They said that some of the stuff that he did actually happened. And, I mean, that you can't be doing that. You really can't, dude. That's just wrong on all levels. And it's just disgusting that he did that to these women. It really is. That he was basically taking advantage of them for his own personal gain or what have you. So, yeah, he deserved to be fired, and I hope he never gets another job coaching football ever again.
I hope he don't need.
All right, Jay, what do you think?
Yeah, I said this. I said this to you when it first came out. When they said that he was under investigation, I told you guys. I said Les Miles is done. He's gonna be fired, and of course he got fired. It's a natural way that things go. First, you get put on notice, and then you get fired. That's just the way. That's the process. And I will tell you this: if you invite somebody back to your boat who is younger than you are. You might as well just go on ahead and hang up your whole damn career because shit can't get any better than that. And that's exactly what happened. You invite somebody to your boat. You invite somebody to your hotel room. You pay for this for them. You pay for that for them. Well, you got a sexy blonde on your shoulder when you go to recruiting. Well, that sexy blonde done turned your ass in, and now you're fired, and now you're sitting on an unemployment line trying to get whatever it is you can get, and there ain't nothing out there for you.
Oh, he getting paid. Oh, yeah, he getting paid.
But what I'm saying is he getting paid, but when that payment's done, it's done. There's no more after that.
It's a long time.
Nobody's ever going to touch Les Miles again. Nope, at least not in college. Now, Les Miles may be able to make it in professional football if he can slide that direction. But as far as college football is concerned, he's never going to coach in college football again. He got kicked out of Louisiana. He got kicked out of Kansas. He's not going to be picked up by anybody else. Les Miles' career, I'm just saying, going forward, is done.
Yeah.
Get him out of here.
But he got money, Jay. He ain't worried about that. His money ain't going to run out. He got too much money.
And he may be, you know what? And the thing about it is, he may be okay with that. I wonder what Les Miles' wife. Is he married? Is Les Miles married?
Yeah, Les Miles married, Jay.
Huh?
Yeah, he married.
That's what I'm saying. So what kind of hell? What kind of hell does he pay for at the house? Woo. Does she leave him? Does she divorce him?
Too much money. Too much money.
Hey, Frankie says, "You think he can get a stimulus check?"
Oh, he gonna get that. He worked. He worked. He got a job. Yeah, he gonna get it.
But but if she divorces him, how much of that money will she take?
It depends on what state they in.
Now that's apparently they're in Kansas right now.
Yeah, not
she ain't going to work. Because they know about it in 2013 when he was in LSU. She ain't going nowhere. They know about it. Everybody know about it, Jay. I mean, everybody know about it down here.
Do you think his wife knew about it before all this stuff came out?
Yeah, this is Louisiana.
Oh, absolutely.
This is Louisiana, Jay. We know about that. Look, we know about that, Jay, before it even came out. This ain't nothing new to us. But
so what's all these coaches making boneheaded ass moves? I guess is the vagina so powerful that it can take you from the hierarchies?
It is. It's a powerful tool. It's a master tool. It's a master tool, Jay. A vagina is a master tool. When Mickey Mouse say the master tool,
Oh,
we
my
already know what he's talking about. So,
Man.
All right.
it is.
All right, Matt, let's move on before we get kicked off. Let's keep
Oh,
going.
yeah, here we go. Let's talk about Dak's contract.
Yeah.
Shaw, what do you got to say about Dak?
Overpaid. This man is not a top 5 quarterback. I don't care what I heard Jalen Rose talking about something. I don't all that black play. This man, look, that I don't talk about all that because it has nothing to do with getting paid. This man does not deserve it. He does not deserve to get paid like that. How many playoff games he won? How many rings he got? None. He does not deserve to get paid. I tell you what, come this season, Dak Prescott better get them boys to the playoffs. He better get them boys
to the fucking playoffs.
He better do something. Jay, he got paid like a top 5 quarterback.
I know he got paid.
He better do something, Jay. He better do something.
Yeah, it would be nice if he did something.
Look here.
But
Jay,
Frankie's commenting here.
Oh, we see that. It's heated. Jay, he better play and get them boys somewhere in the playoffs. And that defense, I'm sorry to get off topic, man. That defense is horrible. It's suspect. What's that defensive end they paid that money to? He played like trash. What's his name, Jay? You know about them Dallas Cowboys. What's his name? The one that paid You know what I'm talking about, Jay. The whole defensive line suck.
You talking about DeMarcus Lawrence?
No,
you talking about DeMarcus Lawrence?
Yeah, Jay, that man is horrible. That man is horrible. And got paid all that money to do nothing. Dallas is hot trash. Same for Dak Prescott. He is trash. Yeah. So,
wait a minute. Let's get off the trash meter. He wasn't hot trash, but he's not exactly $41.5 million per year.
He is trash. He's
decent. No, he's decent. He's not trash. He's not trash. He's not trash.
He's trash. That man not even a top 5 quarterback. He's not even a top 10 quarterback. Jay, how many playoff wins he got?
Yeah, I agree. I understand when you look at playoff wins. It's easy to say that. I get it. I just don't think he's trash. I don't think he's elite either. I think Dak Prescott is a second-tier quarterback, which I think is around 31 to 35 million. That's what I think he's worth. 41, 42, 46 million. Hell no.
He's worth 15 million. That's what he's worth. I wouldn't sign him. I wouldn't even sign him back. He got all that money for what? For what? Jerry Jones. For what? You to get off that yacht. Give me that team in Dallas. Let me run day-by-day operations in Dallas. And I'm telling you, I will fix Dallas and make them a Super Bowl contender.
Hell, I wish you would. I've been waiting for a hot minute.
Dallas been a Super Bowl.
All right, Logan, what do you think?
I'm going to say this. First off, not even talking about Dak. I'm talking about the man who does all this with Jerry Jones. Look, Jerry screwed Jerry. And let me say why. Dak Prescott's been trying to get a contract for what seems like the last 5 seasons. Jerry Jones wouldn't pay him. Coming into this past season, Dak was wanting his contract. He was wanting his money. Jerry Jones didn't pay him. And you know what happened? Dak he blew out his leg. Well, now you're in a tough spot. Are you going to re-sign your quarterback to this big money extension with a hurt leg that we don't know if he's going to come back 100%? We don't know yet. And also, the Patrick Mahomes effect is in play now.
Yeah.
Mahomes got all that money.
Yep. But Logan, that's the thing, though, Logan. That's the thing. They signed this man to $41 million, and they don't know if he's going to be healthy or not. Why would they do that?
It's not even better. What's even better is that he's getting paid $75 million his first season. His first year back from a leg injury, He's getting paid $75 million of cap space. That's a lot.
They would have smart to sign his ass to the franchise tag for one more year, make sure that he's healthy, and then give him the big contract.
That's what I would have done. That's exactly what I would have done. Just because he's coming off from injury, he might suck. He might go downhill from here. You don't know. We haven't seen him play yet.
And they're stuck with all that dead cap space if he's not.
Oh yeah. That you got it. Like the damn Cowboys got to become the Eagles now. With that cap space y'all are about to be in, man, because that's a lot of money to a quarterback, man.
I'm not exactly happy about that. It doesn't exactly make me personally happy. The fact that the Cowboys put themselves in this type of hole, I think it's retarded. I think it's ridiculous.
Well, the one thing, I guess the one positive thing you could say about it is that, look, it's only for 4 seasons. If it doesn't work out, then he'll be 31, and he can get up on out of Dallas if it doesn't work out. So we'll have to see. So we got at least 4 years. He's getting a guaranteed $126 million, which is still a whole lot of money. But the Cowboys got a lot more issues than their quarterback right now. They got a lot more they need to fix, whether it be in the draft or if they got enough money in free agency now. We'll have to see. So
honestly, I think the biggest need right now is on defense. I think defense is the biggest need. And the secondary especially, which hopefully they'll take Farley in the draft and shore up some of that secondary. But their secondary is really suspect right now in Dallas.
If you're Dak Prescott's agent, I'm giving you a big pat on the back. Congrats. You pulled a good heist.
Jay,
yeah, you did. You did.
Patrick Surtain. Hey, Jay, mark my words. The Dallas Cowboys going to get Patrick Surtain from Alabama.
He's good. He's good. Don't get me wrong. He's good.
No. He's not what we need. We don't need Patrick Surtain. We need Farley. We need Farley out of Virginia Tech. That's who we need.
He going to Dallas.
Hey, you put a bit of risk on him, Jay. He didn't play last year either. He opted out. Farley didn't play last year.
All right, Jay, what do you think about Dak's contract?
Well, I think I pretty much said what I think about Dak's contract. I think they should have given him a franchise tag at $37 million and then given him the big contract if he comes back on the $37 million and says, hey, look, I can play. I just showed you I can play. Give me the big contract. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'll definitely give you the big contract. But if he came back in the franchise tag and he looked like crap and wasn't able to play because he's too injured, then I look better for not giving him the big contract. So I think Dallas, I think that Dallas rushed getting into bed with the female. I think Dallas should have taken this moment, had a little bit longer with foreplay, and figured out what they got before they slept with it, and they'd have been fine. But now they just jumped into bed with it, they slept with it, and now we pray to God they didn't screw themselves over. That's what I think. But we'll see. We got 4 years of Dak now, so we'll see. Well, 3 years because you all know that no contract ever goes to its limits anymore. So we really got about 3 years before they renegotiate. So we'll see what in the next 3 years hold for Dak Prescott.
We'll see. I don't know. What's up next?
All right, that's our last topic for tonight.
All right. Hey.
Wow, good deal.
Got through it.
Yeah, we got through it.
Good job, everybody.
All right, so I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. Oh wait, I missed this one. Look, hey Jay, don't talk to Mel like that. Be nice to Mel.
Yes, Frankie. I will definitely be nicer to Melanie.
There you go.
Good advice, Frankie. Thanks. Good advice.
Frankie's wife said, "Stop being an a-hole, Jay."
All right, guys. We want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. And remember, like, share, comment, and you're going to get that jersey at the 1st of April. We're Tuesday, Thursday nights, 9 Eastern time, and Saturdays at noon Eastern time. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, iHeartRadio, iTunes. I guess we're brought to you by BS3 Radio with Spreaker. and Northeast Streaming Sports. So y'all have a good night. Thanks a lot.
All right.
You're listening to Unscripted on Northeast Streaming Sports.